Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be the week 1 update on these two products that I applied to the bonnet of this car. So over here we have Bowdens Bead Machine on this side, and over here we have P&S Beadmaker. So if you haven't seen the first video where I applied these two products and gave it the initial rinse after 24 hours, then definitely go check that out. That link will be in the description. It's actually been 7 days since I applied, and yeah, we just want to see how they're looking now. So the car has been driven every day. It's a little bit dusty, probably hard to see, but yeah, it needs a quick wash. So what I'll do is I'll foam it down with NV Snow, same as we did in the first video. Give it a quick hand wash with Car Pro Reset, and then we'll give it a rinse after that and see how the water behavior is looking, and then see how easy it is to dry with a leaf blower. So yeah, that's going to be what we'll be doing today. Definitely make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because there'll be plenty more videos on these two, plus all the other products that you guys have suggested so far. Picked up a few new products since, and I'm going to actually buy a few test panels, I believe, like a couple of bonnets, so I can sort of have more tests going at once, because yeah, I can't do it on either of the two cars in the garage here, as they are both already ceramic coated, so it's not really going to be a fair comparison. But with this one, no ceramic coating, I just want to use sealants and test them. So yeah, we are going to pick up 1 or 2 test panels, and yeah, more tests on different products coming as well, such as tyre shines and dressings, snow foams, car shampoos, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, hopefully you guys are keen for all that, and if you are, definitely make sure you give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment, as always, with any of the products you'd like to see tested and compared. But yeah, with that said, let's get this test going for today. So yeah, start off, we will foam this car down. Okay, so we got our NV Snow, just what was left in the bottle from last time. So I should probably give it a little shake up. But yeah, let's see if we can get this nice and clean. And just realised I forgot to move the bottles before I did that, so I guess they're getting a bit of foam as well. So you'll let this dwell for a couple of minutes. We'll rinse it off, and then we'll do our hand wash. Okay, so I've let the foam dwell for around 2 to 3 minutes. Let's rinse that off now. And we can definitely see some differences in the rinse off. I'm not going to judge that yet. First, we will do our contact wash. And so yeah, the Bowdens side feeling very slick. And yeah, the Beadmaker feeling a little bit slicker. So the only difference I can tell washing it. Alright, so quite interestingly, the Beadmaker is completely gone. So it's been washed once, as you guys just saw. It's only been a week. The car has been driven every day, and it has sat outside. Hasn't rained or anything though, but it has sat outside, and it is gone. It is completely flat. Whereas over this side, you can see that the water has still beaded up. So yeah, that is quite surprising. I will get the hose and put it on the mist function just so we can see if we can get anything back from this Beadmaker side. But yeah, that basically looks like it's completely gone already. So I made sure I did the full application properly, because I have seen people comment that it does last months, the Beadmaker, and I had used it previously. That's why I already had the bottle here, and I was getting nothing out of it. I was using it on top of my ceramic coated car, and I felt like it was making it sort of not as good as just the coating itself. So I decided to do one day just half of the bonnet with Beadmaker and half with nothing, and I found that the side that I put nothing on, it was performing better, and the side that I put the Beadmaker on, it was kind of masking the ceramic coating. That's why I stopped using it originally. But then I've seen people since then saying it has to be applied properly, has to be decontaminated, polished, bare paint. So that's what we've done for this test, and yeah, you can see it. It's just, I know it's hard to see because it's a white car. So yeah, when I said I'll buy test panels, I'm going to try and buy some darker coloured test panels. But this is just completely flat. So, I mean, I know some people say they want water sheeting. This isn't really sheeting at all. This is doing absolutely nothing. They do say they want water sheeting because it doesn't dry with beads. So, if that's what you want, but really this is just, it's not doing anything. And it is called Beadmaker, so I kind of assumed the initial beads that we got after the first rinse weren't very good, but I assumed it would last at least longer than this. I thought we'd have a few weeks of this test. So now it's kind of looking like I'll do another week, but I'll probably have to strip this off and then start again with either the bead machine versus something else, or just do 2 other products, and maybe we'll move the bead machine into a higher class, and we'll sort of put it against some winners, maybe do a bit of a round robin type setup. But yeah, so let me go get the hose. Let's just try and mist this and see if we can get anything out of this side, and see what the bead's looking like on this side when we're not using the pressure washer. Okay, so the hose in shower function. So absolutely 0 beads from Beadmaker. The water is sheeting off, but I mean, not really. It's not really sheeting off. It's just sticking. So, whereas that's our bead machine side. Going to flick the hose to the mist function. So really nice tight beads on the bead machine. Coming over to the Beadmaker. Absolutely nothing. Tiny bit of life left in it up here. So I'll let that sheet off, and we'll just give it another quick. So I mean, there is a tiny little bit of life left in that. After 1 week though, is very poor. So yeah, I think I need to work out if I give this even another week. Let me know in the comment section, guys. Should we just call this Beadmaker side completely dead? And then I know people say, you know, you just use it after every wash. But I'm not the biggest fan of doing that anymore, because it's just, again, it's just adding that tiny bit of layer of protection that it already had that only lasted 1 wash. Why even bother using it at all if that's the case? Just to have it feel slick. So there is definitely still something there, because it did feel slick when washing. But yeah, it's not really doing its job at the moment. So, I mean, I'm starting to think maybe they should have called the product Slick Maker instead of Beadmaker, because it is the slickest product that I've used. But maybe what we'll do for our next test might be Beadmaker versus Bowdens Own Fully Slick, and keep the Bowdens Own and the P&S battle going, and maybe those are two more suitable products to test. Fully Slick isn't meant to be a long-term sealant like Bead Machine is, but if we grab the Beadmaker bottle, it does say on there, long-lasting shine, cured protection, highly hydrophobic. So you know, maybe it's still lasting shine, but I kind of assumed that to be, you know, that it's a long-lasting product for all of these points. Yeah, I mean, pretty surprised at this test, if I'm honest. I knew this was going to win. I hadn't used this product before, have used this product before, but I knew this did look pretty good and felt extremely slick. And I've heard great things about this Bowdens Own one. So yeah, I thought they were a fair comparison, especially both having the name Bead in the name. But it's seeming like it wasn't a very fair test, so maybe I'll swap this one out and we'll try Bowdens Own Fully Slick. And they've actually brought out a V2 version of that, so I'll have the V1. So I'll pick up a bottle of the V2 and maybe I'll do the two versions of the Bowdens Fully Slick and the one of Beadmaker, so we can have 3 different sections going at once. But yeah, I just don't know if I should call this completely over, this test. As you can see up here, a slight bit of beading still on the Beadmaker side. In this main section here, it is completely dead, whereas this entire Bowdens section is looking great. So anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up there. I will decide what to do, but help me out, put in the comments whether I should keep this going, whether I should move on to a different test from different products. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you do give it a thumbs up down below as well, so it really helped my new channel grow. And until next time, I will catch you guys later.